Welcome again, everyone, and welcome to All In All United. A pleasant good night. And your boys Reman Nico on the inside. It's been a while, Nico. What's the scene?
Yeah, everything cool, man.
Yeah, and today, as we were talking before the recording started, today was a formality. We knew that LASK or LASK, however you want to refer to them, they had to come real good to overturn a 5 goal deficit to qualify for the quarterfinals. And the likelihood of that would have been real slim. So it was a mere formality, but still, we know that it have players who have stuff to prove, and we were hoping that the players who got the chance and the opportunity today would have taken the chance because for the back end of the Premier League, we were seeing how Oli was only relying on 11 players, let me say 12 max, and we were asking about the quality in depth, this, that, the other. And now these guys got their chance. I believe they knew that this last game would have been their opportunity. What's your general thoughts on the game, Nico?
I think even before the game, they knew even if they did well, right, they would have end back up on the bench, right? Because I don't think it had any player there who you could have really see replacing any player. The only position maybe you could say could have been, let me say, up for grabs. Lindelof, Bailly for Lindelof, right? Question mark. McTominay or Fred for Matic again, real question mark. So I think outside of that, I don't think it had anybody else on that field could really jostle with any of the first team players, right? Or well, the starting team right now. I think outside of that, I think it's set in stone, and I think they knew that. I think what maybe more or less what they're fighting for is a place on the bench. Because or opportunity to come on inside of the five substitutes now. I think that is what players would have really been fighting for, opportunity to come off the bench, or if somebody gets injured, that I should be the first name on the list in comparison to forcing the way into the starting 11.
All right, all right. Good night, Richard. Thanks for joining, bro.
Yeah, good night, good night.
Well, I think where you say they understood, but you will think that they will give Oli a bit of some former consideration. And I don't think anybody today gave Oli anything to think about. You understand? I mean, even though Lingard, in my opinion, I mean, I don't know what your opinion is, even though Lingard probably was the best player on the pitch for the time he was there, I still don't think he do enough to really give Oli any kind of thing to think about now. Because
That's it, yeah.
I even thought I find even when Pereira came on and he do a little good thing. But still,
I
you
tell you,
know,
they're just fighting for the opportunity to come off the bench earlier. Right? That's all they're really fighting for. Opportunity to
and,
come
and
off the bench earlier.
yeah, and Richard saying it here, no quality in that 11 today, no quality at all. We struggle against a team that was dead and buried from the first leg.
Well, I,
You
I
know,
guess I guess they had to play for really, you know what I mean? So they came
yeah,
and
but,
they gave it their best shot
but we
against
same
a
thing.
weakened United team. Against a
But
severely weakened United team. So I think that
Alama,
even that would give teams, you know
mm,
what I mean, confidence knowing that what you're gonna play a weakened United team on Old Trafford, like you're gonna embarrass them.
all
You
right,
know
but
what I mean?
let me ask you something, Nico.
Uh,
Right, and those who following Tellman, you say they came to play a weakened United team, right? But if we were to match their starting lineup against the team that started today, position for position, who weaker?
right.
Who was better? Who better than who? Forget Manchester United and LASK. We're talking about player quality here. If we were to match up our goalkeeper, go through the ranks, straight up to our striker, we would have been better, the better players.
Of course.
You
Agreed.
understand what I'm
Agreed
saying?
100%.
So,
Agreed.
so I don't know what it is affecting
Mm-hmm.
our bench players. I don't know what it is going on with our group of players that they're just not able to show up. You understand? We know we were
And
talking, we were talking about Mata and the quality we know Mata to have. And for the large part of the game, Mata was struggling to cope with the pace and intensity.
yeah, I guess also to, well, I don't want to make an excuse for some of them, but also to the most of those guys wasn't playing. You know, they haven't really gotten minutes under their belts. The most might have gotten maybe 15, 20 minutes to the most, right? And that maybe only two or three of them out of the set. You know, so again, all that would have been a bit of ring rust also. But again, I really don't want to make an excuse for any of the performances. But I wasn't expecting nothing spectacular today. I was expecting a laborious performance, and I was honestly thinking that somebody had to come off the bench to score. You know, Jesse did it, and well, Marshall came on and did it to seal the victory. But I was expecting somebody to come off the bench to win the game.
Um, Richard is saying to me, Egalo was the best player on the pitch today, in his opinion. I thought Egalo was starved that possession, but I agree Egalo didn't, how to put it, he did it as the best he could. I mean, I thought he got a chance in the early where I knew a sharper Egalo would have put it away. So I
But he
guess
did
that
well to
forward,
create that chance too, eh?
yeah,
If you
yeah,
really
I thought,
look, he did well to create that chance.
yeah. And that is it. They had, he was starved that possession today.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Very welcome, Simeon. The bench, vision and skill, they lacking. Yes, yes, yes.
Um,
We
but the player who stand out to me today was Mata. Eh? However poor he was, I always knew that what Mata need is just the pace around them now. He need the pace around them.
quality, and the quality.
He would be the brain. Right, exactly. He would be the brain, and that's meant to be on that same wavelength with him, and he could create magic. You know, unfortunately, he definitely don't have the legs. You know, but I said he has the brain, but he just need the quality around them to ping those those opportunities off of now that quality because I could even remember when Bruno just came and Bruno and Mata was on the pitch at the same time, and you saw a different Mata because both of them was more or less on the same wavelengths in terms of understanding of the game. So I think we saw that especially when Marshall came on, we saw that with the goal. Just that that quality, extra quality of the field, you saw Mata started to come to light a bit more when like Sir Paul Pogba came on Marshall. You saw Mata look different. So I think yes, we know Mata is not a starter. I mean he's more a squad player, but I think with the right quality around them, you could what I mean, you could draw the best out of him.
And he was the one to set up Jesse goal as well.
Exactly, with a clever pass. That
Yeah,
clever
yeah.
pass is just had the runners and the quality around to see that and to have a link with him to make it happen. And he could make it happen. He has the quality to make it happen. He just
You
need
see,
the players around him, to really get it out of him.
but you see, the problem is because you realize it's only after Oli put Mata as the number 10 and he switched Daniel James and Lingard and put them out on the wing. Then you start to see Mata a little more involved and
Right.
stuff started to happen. And to me, that is when I thought Mata really started to get into the game. But before that, Mata was
Exactly.
struggling.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know,
because out of the wide, he had to use the pace. He had to use the
yeah.
pace out on
And
the
he
wide
do have that.
to use the spaces that are available, but he do have that. Because it
Yeah,
had spaces wide. But he do have that. He do have
yeah.
that. So, what I mean? Again, only the wisest thing, putting him in the middle, what I mean, where he could have used one as his skill set, his natural
Correct.
skills and natural ability to create, I think he did
Yeah.
that.
Simeon saying Igalo still waiting for some passes, but I feel for Igalo today. I feel for him. And the problem, and the thing about it, you'll remember before when that was the support area for the likes of Martin and
Hmm.
Rashford, and we were criticizing them by and them about all this and all that, and they're running and they're doing
Yeah.
this. Only to realize if the support system of them fellas not getting nothing, and we
Yeah.
started to Igalo today. He struggled, but we know once Igalo
I
get
guess we
opportunity,
Yeah, I guess we always knew that. Yeah, we always knew what he support.
people were still criticizing we strikers
Um,
before.
yeah, because these are feed of our scraps. Even the likes of Lukaku. Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
used to be
yeah, yeah,
feed.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
but
yeah.
no, being honest, the man needs to be feeding off our scraps because the only person who it really had to provide for him was Pogba.
Well,
You know.
I think Lukaku had to blame Jose Mourinho for that because Jose Mourinho come with the dinosaur brand football and
Yeah.
wherever and wherever. Richard saying, I hope Ed watch this match today. I sure Ed does watch all the matches, and I really hope he do what he's supposed to do. Simeon saying, but we expect more from Mata, but he has vision and skill, definitely. Nicholas said that. Simeon saying, simple 1-2 passes, we lacking in some players. As we talk about that, Nicola, we talk about that midfield now, boy. Fred and McTominay, boy. What's going on with them fellas and them, boy? Especially
McTominay devoid of confidence right now. I think it's really confidence took a hit. I think when he came back, because Oli really wanted him to come back um, quickly from the injury that he got. And I think Oli would have placed a lot of faith in him, telling him we need you back, and gave him that confidence. But when the real maestros came back, then what I mean, I think confidence he took a hit now. Because when Pogba come back, then you only have one choice. You know what I mean? You gotta watch. And I think that definitely affecting him right now. I think he need a run of games, and for that to happen, well, God forbid, somebody gotta get injured. For him to really get running the team. However, Reams, I find that when Pogba came on, he looked better because for some reason now he was using more or less his graph, more or less, and Pogba was the brain, so you was seeing him he was looking a bit better with Pogba on the field compared to Fred, because Fred will be a more similar player, the kind type of breakup player, high energy player, but not that much quality, as we'd say. We know Fred has quality, but that different quality to Pogba. So now McTominay could have, be that high energy, try to break up play the simple passes, and look effective doing that, while Pogba would have taken the more creative burden. I find he looked better when Pogba came in.
But I saw that, but I still find like in with the two, and I don't know what Oli was probably thinking because I questioned some of Oli's substitutions today. But I thought that out of the two, McTominay and Fred, I thought, I mean, in my honest opinion, I don't know what you all think, who watching, I don't know what you think, but I thought that Fred was the better of the two center midfielders in terms of, being a little more brave, wanting the ball, and when you get the ball, you're doing something. Fred was actually better with breaking up plays today. Now, when I say this, I'm not talking about it in the context of being 8 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. I'm talking about when you compare Fred and McTominay's performances today. I thought Fred was the better one. I don't know if Oli was looking at as you say, the ability to graft and the physicality to bring on to cover for Pogba when Pogba came in, that he chose to take off Fred. But I thought Fred was the better of the two of them,
Yeah, I agree. I agreed. However, I looked at it because he took off Lingard and Fred at the same time. So I think more or less it was just saving them, knowing that most likely, when the competition starts, he'll be using them a lot more than the rest. So so preserve them and at least rotate now. Bring on somebody else, but preserve them, because when Lingard came off, Lingard was starting to look very good, and Lingard was even disappointed in coming off. But
correct.
the reason, so you know what I mean. So if Oli not planning to use him, then Oli would have leave him on the field and
Yeah,
take off
yeah.
somebody else. So I think the mere fact that Oli took off Lingard and Fred, I think maybe because he has them in plan going forward.
All right. Simeon saying, looking back, who were the best midfielders we bought in the last 5 years? I think we bought some good midfielders, and I honestly think we bought some good midfielders.
Yeah, you gotta
Schneider,
call names, eh?
yeah, Schneiderlin,
Okay.
Schweinsteiger, Pogba. Well, I don't know if they consider him these as well, right? And Bruno, because but back then I think Schneiderlin and
Matic,
Schweinsteiger
you pay Matic in
and
there?
Matic as well. I thought they were good buys, but the thing about them is the fact that they came under managers who had a different way that they wanted to play, and I think even Schneiderlin or even more so Schweinsteiger, because of how he played, he's similar to Matic, so he might have fit that role as well. But then again, you're looking at the age. So it all depends on the manager that they were under and that manager preference in terms of style and what they're looking for in the players. That would kind of make the player not look good now.
But is again is the type of midfielder now, because Snyderlin would have been what I mean, a defensive midfielder. You know what I mean? To me, he was just an average player. He wasn't nothing to write home about now. He was average to me. Um, so in Staga, I liked him. Honestly, I liked him. I don't know what Mourinho had against him, but I liked him. It didn't work out for whatever reason. But he could have definitely been good for us. Similar to the Matic role that you're saying. I think he could have played that, but he wasn't given the opportunity.
Yeah. Um, Richard said we need people like Solo Van de Beek in this window to assist the midfield in case of injuries. And well, watch man, this is one thing we could all agree on is we need some quality players to come off that bench.
Yeah,
Trust me. Richard was saying, yeah, Fred was the better one, and he was always pushing, yeah. So I mean I could probably lean on Nico in what he was saying about probably Oli, want to preserve him. That's why he took him off and let allow McTominay to play. Because probably he could have seen as well, Nico, that McTominay needed more minutes to catch some kind of form.
yeah.
So Nico, moving on. Who you think, if any at all, who you think would have taken their chances today, right?
None. And again, well, I'm a big advocate for Bayi. I mean, honestly, I think he has the aggression that is needed to play alongside Maguire. But he's not dependable. He's not reliable, especially, and he has two major mistakes in him. Right? He has mistakes in him. One, right, for some reason, just feel like he have a mistake in him. Right, because I don't know why he feel he's some number 10 attacking midfielder, try to dilly and dally on the ball in the back, or kind of tricks and flicks in the back. People will plan for him, they would take the ball from him, and the moment they take the ball from him, it's a shot on goal immediately. So
Or
I
you go
think he has a
forward?
mistake in him. Yeah. So I think he has a mistake in him, one. And two, he too erratic. And that erraticness could lead to him being very injury prone as he already is, because he has put his head in places that it shouldn't be, and and you see it again today. He's a bit too erratic. He's not reliable. You know, so I like him. I really hope that I mean that for some God forbidden reason, I mean he can eradicate these thoughtlessness out of his game. Um, but he was a disappointment today in terms of I mean being composed. But he's very good on the ball, passing the ball. I like how he's passed the ball. I think he's a very good centre back in terms of passing the ball, but I don't think he reliable enough, So I don't think he took his chance today. The other person who we can say, that could be it,
Yeah, nobody really. Nobody really.
Nah, no, yeah, that the only person I can really, feel sorry for in terms of Jerry like Medong, you know what I mean? I was really hoping that he could get Lindelof around free money, but no, you know? Yeah, other than that, that was it. Yeah, I
And,
think
and, and, we
everybody
seeing,
else know the places.
and we seeing Christopher agreeing here with you. Christopher, thanks for joining, bro.
Mm.
He's saying Bayi always somehow gets himself injured. And as he was saying,
Yeah,
Nico,
boy.
for me, the two things with Bayi is either the two mistakes is one, a decision in the game that will
Right.
either cause a mistake or
Yeah.
an injury.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
even when he put his head today, it was a knee he gets to his head.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
understand? And even Oli after the game had to turn and say that is just the type of player he is. And you can see the little
Yeah,
bit of
that's how I say.
you can see the little bit of annoyance on Oli's face because I mean we can't rely on him
Yeah.
to do them kind of thing.
No. You know.
So
Um, I was impressed with Mengi. What's me? That man looked like a United player. Every touch that man took today, that man looked like a United player.
he
And
look
at
actually
18 years, old, when he now turned 18, 18 years old and I think 3 months, that man look like real quality. Boy. I can't wait to see what this man gonna turn into. The man look real good.
Yeah, yeah, that little, how long he played? Well, 10 minutes, 7 to 10 minutes?
Yeah, I was saying because he came on at the 85th minute and we play about 3 minutes extra time. So that be
Right,
about 8 minutes, 8 to 9
right.
minutes.
Now, listen, no, I don't want to overrate him because, I mean, the game was, it was
Yeah.
even and it was not a pressure situation, but he looked better in that 8 minutes than Foster Mensah looked when he was on. That's just my
Boy,
opinion.
I telling you, that man look real composed and how he
You understand?
passing that ball and boy, that man look real good. He look real good coming and for his age, shit,
Yeah.
well, he look real good. He look real good.
Richard saying, I watching City just bringing in reinforcements, Chelsea as well, and I know all of them planning for early next season. I hope they bought back. Watch me. If I tell you, I mean, and I make no apologies for saying this, but I am a big admirer of everybody else when it comes to transfer business. I
Right.
hate with a passion how Man United is do transfers. You understand? We just wait till the 99th hour. I would never forget, Nico, when Moyes came in. Whole
Right.
transfer window. And you wait
Yeah.
until deadline day to sign Marwan Fellaini, in these 99th hour,
That was the worst. Actually that was that thing where he and you know why? And the thing about it is the sign him early,
Yeah.
right? It was just after Alex left. The sign Moyes and whole season he dilly dally. I don't know if it's the board or who, but his
Nothing.
whole transfer window the dilly dally and the signing he gonna make was who?
And not
Nah
only that,
man.
not only that, Nico, that transfer came. We almost did
Ninth hour.
we
Yeah.
almost didn't get him across the line.
Yeah. So I didn't you don't start off. You don't start off more or less fired. You
Yeah,
understand?
so I tell
Because you
you,
know the squad needed reinforcements. You know that Fergie used to squeeze them lemon every drip out of them lemon. Fergie used
yeah.
to squeeze. You know
And he
you
was a
couldn't do
genius
that,
too.
right? You know you couldn't do that. You had to get reinforcements, by you feel for all of a sudden because Fergie when he title with his team, because come when he title with his team. No, right? When you're watching the quality of players, you had to get reinforcements. Yeah.
And if there's one thing he keeps saying, he said this team won the league last year. But everybody who, as you were saying, Nico, everybody knew that Fergie was a genius with what he was getting out of this team.
I'm telling you.
If you were to measure it by the other teams in the league at that point in time, it had no way that team was good enough to win the league. And
I'm
that's a
telling
lot
you.
of credit to
Yeah.
Ferguson and his ability to just get the best out
Yeah.
of players. Use
I'm
that
telling
Fergie.
you. Yeah, when you get Fergie lemon, he making lemonade. You understand? Yeah. Suck that boy, I
Yeah.
say drinking lemonade. But nah, not
Um,
everybody had that. Not everybody could do that.
no, Richard saying, yeah, he agree with that because we have no director of football, and I don't know what them waiting on to appoint a director of football. But only that, if they were to appoint a director of football, will they be giving him the kind of
They were
autonomy
saying it might be the
to
same
do
thing.
what he wants to do?
Might be
So
the
that's
same thing.
yeah.
It might
Uh,
make a difference.
Christopher saying from United, form post lockdown, it looked like Ole has decided on the starting 11. So squad that is a priority. That's a very, very good point. That's a very, very good point.
Yeah.
But I still
I
think,
think
go ahead, Nico.
I think Greenwood for sure would have squeezed himself into the team and took that chance, and I don't think anybody can take it from him. I think on that right side that was the only question mark in the team more or less, but I think he silenced that.
Yeah. And I think I think it will be fitting, Nico, that we go to it now. We have finally, because I think the announcement will come tomorrow. Because it was reported by Inter Milan today
Right.
that Alexis Sanchez is officially an Inter Milan player. Right, so I think
Yeah.
that called for
Hooray.
some celebration, celebration, guys. I don't know,
Yeah.
Nico, what went wrong for Sanchez, boy? What went wrong for Sanchez?
No, there has come United thinking that it is this cash cow now. Right? And they're just gonna sail out the retirement at United, and that is maybe what he was promised. But I think Oli came in with a different idea, a different philosophy, a different, a mindset of how this United team should play. And these surplus requirement type players who feel that United is a retirement home, right? Needed to be shipped out. And I think Oli did that.
But at the same time, Nico, you remember Alexis, he also had, I think, a season and a half under Mourinho, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, because he come thinking his retirement home. I just and say the we was talking about today, right? How all us when players reach United just get fat, right? We talking about Lukaku, right? We talk about Pogba the other day. Well, boy, after I say Ashley Young today, I just say Ashley Young too, right?
Grow here.
Sanchez. When I watch these fellas for Inter Milan right now, these fellas lean and trim. Right now, Ashley Young look like how he used to look when he used to play for Aston Villa, right? But when you come United, for some reason, like it's a retirement home, you know what I mean? So I think for some reason, you know what I mean? I guess especially for Sanchez, I think that had to happen. I think that was good written. I think I named paying Sanchez wages and it was a weight on my shoulder as a fan. Right? No, I telling you, I used to feel like money comes out of my pocket to pay Sanchez. Right? So I just grateful that this man off our wage books, and hopefully we could put those wages into somebody who we hoping is coming soon, right? That we really need and that would give their heart and soul for the club.
I think for me, where Sanchez failed, one I got agree with you in terms of mentality, because if you already were to do an assessment of the back end of his time at Arsenal, he really was not the level there.
Yeah.
You know, and then when you brought him in, he came for a salary that was unprecedented. So that would have thrown off that whole dressing room, because you know you already have some egos in the dressing room. You know, so he coming in the dressing room, earning more money than earlier. You understand what I'm saying? He come with the kind of attitude, well, hey, I the new number 7, you know, and I don't think he gel with the team. I don't think he gel with the team, and that would have been one of the biggest problems. And then not only that too, at the point in time, Mourinho came and he ousted Martial and at that point in time, Martial was on a good run of form, and you just shoehorn Alexis in here trying to, I didn't see any efforts to integrate him into the team.
It's
So
true.
to me, Alexis was fighting a uphill battle when he came under the circumstances he came. You know, let me just get
and as you said, his performances wasn't even living up to the opportunities he was getting at the point. Because you were saying Marshall was in a rich vein of form, right? And you just put Marshall on the bench for out of form Sanchez.
Yeah.
So again, that would have the whole dressing room would have been turned on that.
Yeah. Richardson only has a lot of Sir Alex Ferguson's traits, and only wants a young team, not just for now, but he wants them for the future winners, and just bring in more young talent to build the squad around experience. So that's very, very true. Christian was saying, I saw a quote from Oli that he rather have a hole in the squad than a maybe that's what we feel Sanchez and possibly Lukaku too. I totally agree. I think a lot of people, when he made that statement, knew exactly where it was directed, or at least not the types to call names, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the fact that we are now able to, you know, shackle ourselves of this Alexis Sanchez weight is a good thing. And I think it free up some money, even though we didn't, based on the report, we didn't get transfer fee for him. But we stand to save, I think it's $60 million.
Yeah, because I think even when we got him, we got him for free.
Yeah, it was a trade.
Yeah, we got them for free. Yeah, so you know what I mean? Yeah, there's the wages. You gotta get wages off the books, boy.
Yeah, and we're saving over, let's say, over $60 million. We're saving over the remainder of his contract. So, watch me, I was always saying
that can make a new, that can make a new player. You could buy a relation that maybe. You know what I mean?
So earlier we see in the back of Sanchez. My only hope, Nico, because I know the way everything looking, even UEFA, Europa League, it could be an Inter Milan Manchester United final.
But in
And
Tagay today, now.
I didn't watch the game, you know.
No happen, but Lukaku score, right? A real opportunity goal, right? And then Getafe got a penalty and miss the
Uh,
penalty.
serious, boy.
The miss the penalty, but they didn't score a penalty. That was it.
Because they were playing
Because
better.
no, I mean that was it. Normally the score was tied 0-0,
Yeah.
and Inter was playing at home. So if Getafe did score, yeah, in terms of away goals, right, they would have gone through.
Okay.
Yeah, late in the
No, but
game, boy.
no, but this was a one-off game, Nico. This didn't have no.
No,
The first game
the,
ended 0.
yes.
Okay, I thought that game
In
didn't
fact,
play.
in fact, in fact, maybe we should check that back to
Yeah,
be sure.
I don't think that first leg they played. I don't think
Do you
that
think I
because
first like
that game playing in Germany and in
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I was wrong then. I was wrong.
yeah. So so at least my only thing is I don't want that Alexis Sanchez or Lukaku or Ashley Young to come back and
But
bite
Ashley
me
Young looking good boy. Ashley Young
in the
looking good
field.
boy. Man looking
Yeah,
fit like
man.
that boy.
Because how we're looking right now, everybody, looking at Inter Milan Man United final in the Europa League. And it could be real hard for them for us to come back and make we feel it now. So that's my only thing. But let them go. Let them go. I don't have a problem with that. Let them go. Next
Yeah.
one, Nico. A lot of reports. We have one Sanch leaving and we have one Sanch possibly coming. You know? Where is it feeling? It's too much dragging on this
Boy.
thing, Nico. Oh God.
Nah, this one is a patience thing, boy. Me, I try not to. Wherever I read, that's really not touch behind my back. Because I gained because when I started follow these transfers, a lot of the media houses there's been enough for spite now. There's been putting a roller coaster for spite because one media house will read confirmed, next one will say delays, next one, and that's how you're going, that's how you and your emotions up and down in that kind of way. So I stop take on them thing until I see something confirmed from Man United or ESPN. Most of the times have it right. Long to send out something that I will say, well, all right. But other than that, that will be too much of stress. Right?
Um, Richard saying I feel we should bring in Ghana, Mengi, and Chong for bench next season. And well, I think Chong, from what I'm reading, Chong going on loan, right? He going
Yeah,
to
most
Germany,
likely. Yeah.
right? But you are real trusted Mengi and Ghana, but remember you talking about a
Now, but
full season.
I like Mengi, but it's where you play him now. That's a game minutes, I guess. But I
Mengi,
like him.
Mengi, you are to settle for them first round cup games, boy.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Hey, hey, Kurt, good night, bro. Long me hear from you, boy. What's going on? Saying sorry, well, I miss you. There's plenty. Now, but we're talking about we just spoke about Alexis Sanchez leaving. It was confirmed by Oli today, and well, we're hoping that the Sancho we get some positive news on Sancho because as Nico was just saying, too much conflicting reports, too much conflicting reports. We don't know what to believe, and the last we hear is that personal terms are agreed, but the club's still trying to come up with an agreement for fee, and I will just sticking pointers. So I mean,
but I think he definitely will be a Man United player. I think it's just when things will happen. You know.
all right. So this is one to keep a close look on, but at the same time, as Nico said, the one to get tied up in the rigmarole
Media
and
hype.
yeah, and
Yeah.
they go frustrate you. They go frustrate
Yeah.
you. I think Kurt here expressing all Man United fan sentiments here. Thank God.
Yeah.
So finally, Nico. So we have progressed to the quarterfinal of the Europa League, right? And we're going to be playing Copenhagen on Monday, right? Now, what are your thoughts, Nico? You think we should go all out for this competition? Because, and guys, you guys could feel free to weigh in as well. Because when you check it, we do have a big turnaround. If we were to go the full length of the Europa League, we will have a space of, I think, 10 days or 20 days or something like that between the end of the Europa League and the start of the new Premier League. as opposed to all the other clubs who would have in around a month and a half. Right? So in terms of being prepared and considering we score already thin, and then the quality and depth not really there now. So how you feel you should go all out for the Europa League, risk it, and then you find yourself in a kind of jump to the Premier League, which is bread and butter.
Yeah. I think well, he said it even after. I think we'll be in Germany for 12 days, and after the 12 days, most of the guys will get at least 2 weeks off. I think that definitely, as long as no injuries, what I mean, and even look sure we hope we come back by that time. Um, by the time the league start back. But I think 2 weeks should be sufficient. We know yes, it's a quick turnaround. But even the teams that played in the Champions League, they would also have it difficult. Because we see teams like Man City who want to win the Champions League. They are going all out. Yes, we know their resources better than us. Um, but however, I think there isn't that excuse for us not going for it, not trying to win the Europa League. And as Oli said, and even we know that I think a trophy for this team would do a lot. I think that would even give us that springboard to even start the season with even matching up ourselves against the Champions League winners. Because the moment you win the Europa League, right, it will the season we start where we'll be playing the winner of the Champions League, and there's a good yardstick to match up where your team is at the current moment. So I think we should go for it. I think Oli is going for it. There would be enough time for the guys to recover, and it's just that springboard of if we win and then to match ourselves against the best. I think it's a great opportunity, and we shouldn't let that go by.
Well, before I respond to that, let me just get some comments on the inside. Kurt saying he don't really listen to rumors again till he see jersey in hand.
Yeah, I agree.
Allow that contract. Yeah. But sometimes they like to get into the little, the little hype and thing now. Richard saying, well, Fabrizio Romano is a reputable, he in terms of transfer news and things. So most times when Fabrizio talk, it's because it's gonna happen. He said they're just trying to work out how the installment will be paid. It's about patience.
Yeah,
But
I agree. Yeah,
patience,
and I think so too. I think so.
patience is a virtue. Kurt saying here now, front four of Rashid, Tony, Mason, and Jaden is frightening. All of
All
them
of
could
them.
interchange. Yeah, definitely. But I mean, unfortunately, I suspect only going to be choosing three. But the good thing is that we have them.
Mm-hmm.
I say, okay, so Kurt agreed with you, Nico, here to go all out, win a trophy. Want to James today, Nico?
Woo! But me know why. He tried the left, he tried the right. Both of them was the
And
same nonsense.
nothing worth for James at all today, boy.
You'll get run in the team at some point, man. When Sancho come, and then you go really, I don't know wait. But I know at least because I think his stronger position is on the left side, eh?
Yeah, and
You
he played
know?
a most of the game today, and he was poor.
Yeah, so why me, Yeah, I don't know. I think he'll get run on the left side at some point. Um, but yeah, I don't know.
I don't. But Kurt, I wish I could answer that question. That only headache. Cause I don't really see after today's performance. I don't see how Daniel James getting back into that team unless Oli wants to run down minutes, and we have about 3 minutes to go, and we don't lead the game or something serious. Christopher saying I want United to win this competition, so all out. So I guess the consensus is to go all out for it. It's in Mengi look decent for the few minutes. He big and quick. Nico was
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. And real coordination too. Yeah, one but soccer coordination issues. I'm telling you, that little bit you see? The man on point.
Kurt asking about Dalo. Yeah, I feel Dalo gone, boy.
Yeah, I
I
feel
feel
so too, boy.
Dalo gone because I mean it had so much opportunities to play Dalo, and you see Mengi on the bench.
Yeah.
Fossil Mensah was out for long, and Fossil Mensah came in
I have,
before
I have. Yeah.
Dalo. So I think Dalo gone. I think Dalo gone
Yeah.
for sure. Kurt saying, oh, okay, so them fellas talking to each other on the inside. Yeah, so let me reply to what you was saying there.
Right.
Now I agree, because once the fellas taste that trophy, it could get them hungry and they go want more. So I all for going out, but just my consideration is the short turnaround because you're saying everybody will get 2 weeks. But remember, what everybody else getting, what all the other competitors getting, and let me remember, it's only City is the only other English club in Europe right now, right? So, well, Wolves as well, right? But
Yeah.
we're talking about the top tier teams, right? The top level teams. Now, City have quality in depth, so they could rotate. When you look at our squad, everybody else getting a month and a half, so they'll get a time to rest and recover. Then they'll come back and prepare in terms of a preseason or whatever would look like a preseason under the circumstances. And then they'll go into the league. Whereas now, we, after we finish the Europa League, if we were to go all the way and win it, then we had to go on, if they 2 weeks, then we come back now. You don't know what kind of space between that we have for proper preseason to get everybody back in shape in preparation for what I will consider going to be a very tough Premier League season. So it's something that I think we can't just gloss over and say, well, let me go all out. And then next season, you're to criticize Oli and criticize the team for not performing when that fatigue and that accumulation of games could really affect you going forward. Because one of the easiest things to get from accumulation of games is injured. And right now, based on how we squad looking at those years when I'm signing 6 players, Nico, how we squad looking, we first 11 fit for that whole season. Trust me.
Yeah, I guess the only thing with that also is that the caveat to that is that when the season start back, you will be playing 3 games per week, right? Most of the time, especially early part of the season, it will be 1 game per week until the cup games start kicking in, which should be later on. You know, again, to season difference, so you don't know, it might have cup games early too, eh? So, but that is the normal trend. And the normal trend is when the season starts, you know, a couple months, could be about 2 or 3 months before the cup games start to kick in. If that is the case, then with 1 game per week, players should have enough time to recover. Um, but as you say, yes, the squad is thin. But we in it, and I say we in it, go for it.
All right. Nice. Kurt saying was glad to see Jesse and Mata today. He meant to say only couldn't start 1 or 2 games and rest. Kurt, behave.
That couldn't happen, boy. That couldn't
Behave.
happen at all.
Kurt also saying Chelsea front line looking nice too. Yeah, watch me. Teams will be ready for next season, you know, but I still think we had the quality. You know, I guess want to make sure that them fellas are well rested because it's gonna be a real long season if we do invest in the squad earlier. Trust me.
Yeah. Because now we got the Champions League, plus we will have
Exactly.
the cup games also, and Champions League. You got to play best players. More or
Exactly.
less, you got to play best
And
players.
as Oli was saying, you know, in the Europa League in the early stages, you have some real farmer teams to play, so you can afford to play, you know. But Champions League, you know that.
Yeah.
My player today, Scott, play some.
Some lal.
Tell me what going on there, Kurt. Tell me what going on there. And you say your player today, yeah. So I know if
No, you say my player. You say my player, but today. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He wasn't impressive at all. Christopher saying the good thing is all the games are being played in Germany, so no travel. Well, that's a positive. It'll
I
help with
think
the
our 5 games, 5 game rest, 5 days rest in between games also. Eh?
right, and it's only and once we
Well,
win,
in fact, I'm not sure how much game in total, but I know it has some rest, a proper rest in between.
and if we go all the way, just 3 games, and quarters,
Yeah,
semis, and finals, so just 3 games.
yeah.
So yeah, I guess we could do it, man. Richard saying we got quality in depth. I'm afraid of. We wish we could. Yeah, Odion could be a good keeper, but I think it will cost us too much to try the game because of his contract with Shanghai Shenhua. You know. So guys, I think we cover everything. You know, Nico, any closing remarks?
Yeah. Nah, can't wait for Monday. You know, I hope that because the Copenhagen team look like a physical team. They have energy, they fit. They will run us. It's just for us to be clinical and show that extra level of quality that we have and finish them off as early as possible. And maybe if we could, get some players off, early, get some players a rest so that at least the rest of the competition will be fresh.
Yeah, I think with Copenhagen, my only fear is that I find as per usual, we just take too long to settle in games now,
Right.
and we saw Ali kind of excused the performance today to the fact that they were off so long and we ain't had games. And I know he protecting his team, but if there's a factor what he's saying there, I'm not gonna be a little bit concerned as to how this group, the starting 11, come into the game in terms of sharpness, in terms of being ready to hit the ground running from the bloody whistle now. But I agree with you. Let me get the game done early so we could take off 5 players.
Yeah, and for today's game also, I was kinda glad that Maguire played because from what I've seen before, especially coming out of the lockdown, that Maguire is a player that had to be playing regular now. Otherwise he could get a little heavy on his legs, So the mere fact that Maguire played today, that was good. Sometimes Rashford is also a player that had to get some minutes in the legs to keep that form. But the performance, I guess playing Maguire today was good for him. To carry that confidence into and that mobility and that coordination into the Copenhagen game.
Right. Simeon again, watch me all since Simeon started comments, you talking about signing players, and we're hoping to get the business done because I mean we might consider having a next video to talk about transfers. Could say my God, Chong will be brutal once he start to get games under his belt. But I think
You
from
gotta
my
get alone,
reading,
boy. You gotta get
he had a
alone
guy,
and
and I
develop
think
and come back.
he going to Germany with Werder Bremen, so that will
That
be
is
good for
that is
him.
talk, but you never know. Somebody might have same today and willing to, you know, um, splash more, or give him a better opportunity that he might rather.
Yeah. Copenhagen not only quicker fellas, but they also physical. Yeah, they're very physical
Yeah,
team.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, Richard. So we'll do a video on transfers because we have a lot of speculation. We have a lot of players linked. Teles, this fella from Lille, the defender Gabriel.
Yeah.
So and then it have the ones that we familiar with in terms of the Grealish and the
Sancho,
Sanchez,
Grealish. Yeah.
Van de Beek. So we'll do one transfer. So probably during the week
After,
after Monday's.
yeah, after the Europa League, we could do that.
Yeah.
Wait a little
Right.
break in between.
Yeah. So yeah, Brandon Williams. Yeah, he was okay today as well, man. He was okay as well. He was okay as well. All right, guys. So thanks again for joining with us. Don't forget to like the video, share, and also you can feel free to go across on the YouTube page, All in All United, and give you a like and a share there as well now. Let me get the last. Christopher, you have the last word, bro. He said, "I saw the interaction between Ole and Marcel at the end. Looks like they have a good rapport. I'm sure it's helped Tony's game. Yeah. Now, as you mentioned it, as you
Yeah.
mentioned it,
Right.
what Ali said in the post-match presser is that Marcel was behind him to come on, and Marcel told him, "If you let me go on, I will score."
Mm.
That's why his goal celebration when he scored, he pointed to the stands and he was pointing to
Yeah.
Ali. And that was the little gesture that we saw after the game when he went up and they embraced and thing. Oli has a lot to do with who this number 9 is now. He was patient with him, he trusted him, he gave him back his number 9 jersey. And I think what we're seeing now at this Marcel is due to Oli. And
Exactly.
it's massive credit to Oli for that, man. He repaid his faith.
Yeah, and I think even though underrated, even Igalo may be in training, I
Yeah,
think, because Igalo is an experienced number nine, would have been giving him little tips and he'd have been seeing Igalo movement and Igalo positioning and he have been definitely learning from that also, but with the quality that Marshall has, together with that extra tenacity and that extra work rate that he's training now, I think he's looking at a more or less a well all-round number nine.
yeah. But you say that's it. But not only that, now we have players around him that will be
Exactly.
able to service him. And then remember, he learning from somebody who interested in his development now.
Yeah.
Not like a manager like Mourinho who just throw you out and
Yeah, and
expect
say
you to,
whatever do in front day, whatever
yeah.
happen in the penalty, just score.
And
That's
if you do it,
the only information
and
again.
if you do it, he vex with you, and he put
Yeah.
you in the bench and then commenting.
You're right.
Um,
He said only forwards, all I go and do all I do, I go work with my defense. That's
Kurt,
it, yeah.
Kurt, Kurt, I hope you're talking about Mourinho there because you see that sulking.
Mm.
I am full support of Marcel sulking when he was under regime because
Mm.
you know your ability, and then you have a manager fighting you down. You know what you're smiling for? As you see him now. So anyway, guys, so thanks again for all the comments. Thanks for everything. We do appreciate it. We'll be here again on Monday, God willing, to hopefully review a victory that will take us into the semi-finals of the Europa League. Right? Because we still be going all out. So let me go all out earlier.
Yeah.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.